You want to know what some of the funnest archetypes and power sets in City Heroes are to play? I'm Controlled Chaos, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what those are. Now, this is in no particular order, and this is also my views and thoughts on this, so it is up for interpretation. First off is the electrical blaster, and the reason I chose this one is for two reasons. First off, you're able to drain the endurance of the enemy, and if you slot correctly, you can drain all of their endurance and have them standing there doing nothing. This is really fun to do, especially when you grab 10 enemies and do it to all 10 enemies at once. You hit the right combination of powers, it can happen. I've done it for a long time, since the launch of the game and then beta, all the way till the game got shut down, and I've been rebuilding that character again to do it. Now, with that being said, the second thing that makes this so fun is the electrical attacks themselves. When you electrocute them, there's a chance that they're going to jitter around like they've been tased. And it looks sort of like they're dancing, and it makes me laugh every single time. That's the two reasons for the electrical blaster being on this list. Now, the second one is just an archetype, and it's the Stalker. And the reason I chose the Stalker for this one is I like playing assassin classes. But every time, majority of the time, when I play them in video games, I get disappointed because I go to assassinate someone and it only takes away 50% of their health or 75% of their health, and I'm still having to fight them. I'm like, what's the point of a freaking assassination if you can't take them out in one hit? With the Stalker, the assassination ability does exactly that, and it does it not just to whites, but yellows and oranges if you slot enough accuracies and damages into it. It is amazing. You might not be able to get the orange bosses in one hit, but the lieutenants and below, you can do it, and it's fun. It's satisfying. The other great thing I like about the Stalkers is the fact that you get invisibility and stealth level 1, and a really good strong one where you can stand in front of enemies and just sort of like taunt them. I've done assassinations where I'm looking them right in the eye and just whack and done, and it's fun. The third is the energy gravity dominator, and the reason why is with the energy attacks you do some knockbacks and knockdowns, and with the gravity you can throw them up in the air, you can throw objects at them, and stuff like that. That's just really fun, and I call this my pun class. And the reason I call it the pun class is as I'm knocking them around and pushing them around and stuff like that, they're getting knocked into stuff, and I'm making puns of hit the poles, things like that, or take a seat as I'm throwing a chair at them, or if I throw a trash can at them, you're trashed. Just stuff like that, and it makes me personally laugh. Plus, I love the ragdoll physics in the game. Most games, I hate ragdoll physics because it just throws everything off because they're trying to modernize it and not have make it a funny laugh at game, but trying to be a serious game. Whereas City Heroes, they're literally doing comic book style, so therefore the ragdoll physics look okay, and it doesn't bother me because of the way it's put into the game. Now, I do want to let you guys know that as of the date of this video being released, there's only 2 days left of the Black Friday Cyber Monday sale on gamingimagery.com. It gives you 30% off anything you buy. Any order you make on there is 30% off. On top of that, it stacks with the Controlled Chaos code you can put in to get an extra 15% off. Remember, you want to capitalize both C's. You also, with combining these two, will get a total of 45% off. This is the last time I'm going to mention it for the year. The link to the website is down in the description and will be the first pinned comment. Now, back to it. The next one I have, number 4, Spine Fire Brutes. The reason I chose Spine Fire Brutes is because, number 1, spines do moderate damage and toxic damage. Number 2, the fire defense has fire aura attacks that do area of effect. And then also, the brutes on top of that, the longer they're in a fight, the more damage output they do, the harder they hit. And this adds to those fire aura attacks and the toxic damage from the spine's dots, which really amps up, and you can rip through things really quick. You get heals from the fire defense, and later on you even get a res in case you get knocked down. And when I say you can rip through things quick, there's yellows out there, it's like 1-2 hit, done. There's orange purples out there, 2 or 3 hits, done. Now I will move on to the next one. Number 5, Masterminds. You guys know I love my masterminds. I mean, heck, I got a community mastermind night that I normally do when I'm feeling up and being able to do it, that I love doing with you guys. The masterminds are fun for multiple reasons. First off, if you're new to the game and you haven't met anyone, being a mastermind, you are your own team. You can, as you level up, you can summon up to 6 people to control to be in your team. Now the great thing is you can still join a team and have those 6 minions up with you fighting for you. They are half of your abilities after all. The fun thing with the masterminds is you can play tacticianer with your minions. You can tell them, go here, wait here, and set up formations and attack at multiple different angles, which is really cool. One way I easily do that is there'll be one group in front of me, and then in the far distance there'll be another group. I'll target that far distance group and tell them to attack. They'll run past the first group, and then I'll target someone nearby in that first group, and I'll tell them to no, stop and attack this guy instead. So they'll end up flanking the enemy, so the enemy is getting caught by 2, 3, or 4 different sides. Me being in front, them being in the back, and maybe even some of the minions being on the sides if I stop at the right time. So they're totally encircled, which is really fun. Another main thing I love doing, which you'll see a lot in this video of the mastermind, is I like doing what's called an alpha strike. And what that is I tell my minions to attack, and immediately I attack, and we all attack at once, taking half if not more of the enemy's health out in one full volley. That is 7 people attacking at once on the enemy. It's really fun and it's really cool. Now, number 6, the final one I have here, is the Pistol Martial Arts Blaster. The reason I chose this one is I'm a big gun fu fan. I enjoy the John Wick movies and stuff like that. So being able to play that kind of character in video games really interests me, and being able to do that in City Heroes even more so, because the game is so addictive. So when I made this character, I noticed that I'm able to spin around and do all those cool gun moves, and then on top of that I'm able to do the spinning kicks and the hits and stuff like that. That really adds to it. What adds onto it even more is the key punch. When you do the key punch, as long as it hits the enemy, it sends them flying back in slow motion. And during that slow motion move, you can hit one of your gun moves and you will fire and hit them. Even if it's a long animation one, you still have a chance of hitting them, or hitting them just as they hit the ground. It's very fun and enjoyable. Or you can knock them down the ground and then shoot them while they're on the ground, and mix up that combo to really give that gun fu feeling. You want to add another level to that? Add the prestige power travel for Ninja Run. That is really cool, and the reason being it amplifies it even more in the acrobatics gun fu feel is because when you are fighting, you have one gun up to your chest and another gun down to your side type stance, and you move that way. And when you're running, both arms go down to your side, a little bit behind you, and you lean forward and run. And it's sort of that normal ninja run that we see in a lot of animes, and it's really fun. Now, on top of that, just to spice up a little bit extra and add that oomph to it, the ninja run, when you jump forward, it does a forward flip. You curl up into a ball and you do a flip with your arms crossed into your chest. When you do a back jump, you do a back flip where your body is fully extended out and arched backwards and do this really cool sort of like gymnastics back flip that just looks awesome. When you run to the side, the arm that in the direction you're running will pull in towards your chest and just adds to that feel of being a gun fu expert. It just feels excellent. I want to know from you guys, what is your favorite archetype and power set to play and why? Comment down below. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys and we'll hold a discussion on this. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching and have a great day.